Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our examination into Capcom Arcade Stadium. This time we're going to look at... let's see, what are we looking at? Forgotten Worlds. Let's look at Forgotten Worlds. Oh, I guess I should have started with Bionic Commando. Then, well, we'll do that tomorrow. Alright, take a quick look at the manual. And again, you can give it a quick pause if you want to take a look a little bit closer. Yeah, this was another interesting game in that it had a specialized controller. So you'd have a joystick, plus you'd have a rotary dial controller, which you could push down on. And pushing down is what would cause your character to shoot. Pretty clever. But in this case, what they've done is they've set the trigger buttons, or no, sorry, the Z buttons to rotate your character, or you can rotate your character with the right stick, you know, making it basically a twin stick shooter. Oh, how many lives can we give ourselves? Oh, well, no, I don't want to make it more hard. Yeah, the game is already hard enough as it is. Let's see, of course we can set the game speed to be faster or slower. Satellite rotation speed, I want that a little faster. I thought it was a little slow at its default speed. Alright, display settings. Of course, you can have different backgrounds that you can earn, and some that come already. You can set the virtual cabinets as well. Of course, you'll get a smaller view of the screen, but it'll automatically set the resolution to be 1:1. Alright, of course you can do arcade 1:1, normal to fill out the most screen, and max to stretch it out to 16:9. No filters, and then variations of scan lines, if you prefer scan lines, and then also curved screen distortion to, you know, mimic the original display on CRT. Although, again, when you were playing, you never really noticed the curve. Screen orientation for if you want to physically move your screen, and then display orientation if you want to rotate the screen and leave the controls intact. Right. In this case, this is a horizontally scrolling... well, I guess technically it also scrolls vertically, but regardless, it was set up with 4:3 instead of 3:4 for the aspect ratio. Alright, yeah, let's go. This is a hard game. I'm using a lot of credits for this one. And it has the best voice acting.
Did you find the guy? I'll finish you today for sure.
Finish you today for sure. I was like, what are they talking about? First, you need to pick up Zenny, because there are shops that appear midway through the game, or I guess twice in a level during the game, where you can buy power-ups for your characters. Some things that are permanent, but mostly just weapons that last for only a brief period of time. Again, great art. I mean, this is definitely it was a standout arcade game. Okay, and then let's see. I don't need to regain power. Okay, stand 3 shots. What is that? 3,000? 3,000? Oh, I forgot to buy it in time. Damn it. I'm too slow. Oh, okay, yeah, that's right. It does give you a chance to go in the shop again. In case you're like me and was just slow on the uptake. Okay, let's do it. Yeah, setting the rotation speed at 4 is definitely mimics the arcade better. 3 was just too slow. And let's see our great enemy, the frame drop. Yeah, definitely in these CPS2 games, it's much more apparent when the frame drops happen. Again, it's not all the time, but if you're susceptible to seeing frame drops, then you're definitely going to notice it. There are some people out there that are lucky enough not to see them. Take out the heart. The heart. Woohoo! Bonus any. Then if you were playing 2 players, you'd get a quote from the other character too. And the most excellent but very quiet voice acting. And by most excellent, I mean terrible. Let's see, resurrection. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't need to worry about that now. Weapons fire increases. I don't have enough for that, do I? Oh, I do. Okay, leave it that way. We'll increase our fire rate though. Ah, damn it. What about those damn worms? Ah, this really is one of my favorite games. Because the artwork's so gorgeous and the gameplay is it's so smooth. You know, it's really challenging, and that controller really helped you. Oh wow, I mean the controller was really like an interesting way to be able to shoot in every single direction. You know, before the days of twin sticks. Oh, the tail, the tail, the breath. Shoot the heart. I'm sorry, Dragon. But you were kind of mean to me. Oh yes, our characters are full of wisdom. Full of brains. God, oh no! Let's see, what was good? I think there is... I already have that. Give myself a heart. I think I'm gonna save it for the homing laser. But we won't see the homing laser for another couple of levels. This is what I miss about arcades, is that since you were building unique hardware and unique cabinets, you know, potentially unique unique interfaces, you got like a lot of creativity in the arcade era. You know, a lot of new concepts being tried, and it's not like new concepts aren't being tried now as well. But you know, here you had, you know, potentially like new controllers that were being made, so you could do things like a lot, you know, with a lot more daring. Nowadays, you know, things have to kind of fit within the spec of a system and its controls, and you know, something like this, although you know it's well emulated with a dual stick, you know, you're not really getting the same thing with without that that rotary dial controller. Still, this is the best way to play this game. You know, I mean, ordering the PCB, I think the PCB the last time I looked was, I think it was going for like around 90 bucks or so. Something like that. Kind of have to be careful because some of these boards really didn't stand the test of time very well. Of course, this game has also been on other Capcom collections, so you could potentially play it on an older system. Though again, you'd have to make sure that your older system's still alive and kicking and working. And, oh damn, we're full of hell. And you wouldn't get the benefits of being able to do these rewinds. This is the first time that rewind has been offered as a function, you know, in one of these Capcom collections. And believe me, I've used it a lot. I didn't think I would. I didn't think I used that rewind function that much, but I've used it a ton. Oh, look at the detail back there. I mean, God, it's such a great looking game. Shoot the guy's crotch off. I was like, whoa, 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 that's a sensitive area. I like how the eyes follow you too. It's cool stuff. Oh, damn it. Yeah, it's a tough game. It's not easy. But yeah, it's the nature of an arcade game. It's not to take your money, not to give you like a substantial challenge or anything. I know, it kind of weak sounding explosions. It's the only minus about the game. But you know, if you get some beefcake.
The war god is God. No doubt about it. The king of gods must be saying his prayers now.
Yeah, there was a pretty good version of this on the Mega Drive or the Genesis, depending on which region you lived in. So I guess that's another option if you wanted to play the Genesis version. I think it's pretty good. If you owned a Turbo CD, then there was a Super CD of Forgotten Worlds, which you could potentially play as well, although it wasn't ever released in the States, so you'd have to be satisfied with getting the Japanese version. And again, all of these games, you know, in order to purchase them, they actually cost more than this game. On this collection, you know, they're all more than $40, so you get your money's worth if you buy the whole thing, if you can afford it, of course. I mean, you know, $40 is still $40. As I said, I like being able to have all these options that you couldn't get from any of those other versions of the game. And you know, a game like this it's nice to play it on something like the Switch. This is, you know, perfect Switch kind of fodder. And the display doesn't suffer very much at all if you're playing on portable mode. Let's see, Ultimate Demolition Power. Did I want that one? I can't remember. I think I'll still hold off. I mean, the homing laser's worth it. It just takes a long time before it ever shows up, and you can't buy a lot of other stuff because it's so expensive. So if you're like buying a lot of other weapons, you won't be able to afford the homing laser once it finally shows up. You have to suffer, you know, with your regular, you know, double shot satellite for a long time. Oh, look at all those things. God, yeah, that's a lot of shots. Ugh. Yeah, I know folks are unhappy that there's no online play, but considering, you know, the number of games that they're covering and the fact that they're not doing you know, individual emulators, they're just using one general one that covers a lot of their other games. I think it would have been a little difficult to add online play in there as well. I know it's possible, I just don't know how well it would have run. I think it probably would not have run all that well. You know, just given the architecture of the system and, you know, the nature of these games too. I think it just would have required more work than Capcom was willing to put into it. And for the potential benefit, you know, probably not that much. What people fail to understand is that, you know, while those online play features, you know, they're coveted for gamers, you know, it's actually not that much of a factor when people buy something like this. People don't necessarily care about playing online, by and large. And a modern audience, I don't know how many modern gamers would be like wanting to play an arcade game which is only meant to last for, you know, less than an hour. You know, in some cases you can get through an entire game in like 20 minutes. You know, you're really going to get together with friends to play something that's only going to be around, you know, only going to be playing for like an hour at the most. Yeah, I don't know. I think a lot of people concentrate on the experiences that last them a long time. You know, so that's why something like a Minecraft or a Fortnite tend to be so popular. You know, because you can get a lot of play out of that for a long period of time, and these games are not meant to be played like that at all. You know, you spend your money and you leave. Or at least ultimately that's what the arcade owner wants to do, right? I don't know. I mean, that's my take on it. Who knows? Maybe they'll patch it in. Although with Capcom, those kind of things, you know, you wouldn't hold my breath. And, you know, an online play for these older emulated titles tends to be crappy. I mean, even if you're playing on PC. It's like, yes, you can play it online, but it's not a smooth experience. Wide range. Oh, I should have bought some health. Oh, well, whatever. Yeah. Oh, I forgot the stuff in the background actually interacts with you too. I mean, they just look like background objects, but they actually prevent the movement of your character, and where he's able to shoot as well. Ouch, ouch, ouch. No, yeah, that's trouble. It's actually a pretty freaky level if you think about it. All these, you know, messed up statues coming after you. So many snake-like enemies. Ugh, oh, I'm getting my ass kicked. Yeah. Yeah, tail laser. God, it's like that boss in Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection that we were fighting. Or Ghouls and Ghosts Resurrection? No, Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. Ooh, I forgot how hard that was. Super laser, ultimate demolishing power. Everything powers up. Hmm. Ah, damn it. Oh, I just get more angry. No bonus. Oh, I totally forgot about these guys. Yeah, see, I mean, the game hardly gives you any money after a while. So if you want some of the later weapons, it's like, hopefully you saved up. Ah, freaky guy. Ugh. No. Whoa, 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 whoa. Personal space, man. Ugh. I know, it's just strictly a bullet sponge. We're in the final steps of hell. Yeah, it's like Dante's Inferno. Not the video game, but yeah, the long poem. You know what I mean. Yeah, see, look at this. 999,000, or 999,900. It's like, you would have had to not buy anything else in order to be able to afford this. But it is cool. It's worth it if you manage to not need another power-up. Oh, it looks like something. Looks like a lawn statue or something. Huh? Lawn statues that can kill you, though. There's the Tower of Babel. And some half-naked dudes. Ow, 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 ow. Pretty much. Kind of hard just to damage the one guy. It's a little easier. Ooh, I got some Zenny. Burn with my aura. Well, why my aura? Don't I have a weapon that can burn him? Yeah, if you're wondering about the relationship to sidearms, I mean those were sidearms characters, right? And the Zenny looks exactly like it does in sidearms. So that's what I say. These are like sort of like unofficially tied to the same universe. The Section Z and sidearms and this game. I think we're almost done with the game, aren't we? Maybe. Might be one more stage after this? I think this might be the last one. I mean, it's like hellishly difficult like a last stage would be. Oh, they're light force-ish, huh? Whoa. I'm homing lasers. God. No, ow. That's just what I like about this game is that it's such like casual fun. Even if you're like, feeding this thing quarters left and right, you're not really you're still having a good time. Whereas some of the earlier games we were playing, it's like every time we put another credit in, I just dreaded playing it. Ugh. But yeah, I don't even know if you could even do a 1 credit of this game on the default difficulty. I mean, it'd be awful difficult. Even with really good memorization skills, I mean, it's sort of hard to predict the way this boss fights. And there aren't any safe spots, necessarily. There's not like one place you can hide. You'll have to pay attention to his movements. Yeah, God, those lasers just suck. These guys aren't bad. Ah, damn it. Oh, it's so hard to avoid those. Ugh.
I've done it. I'm still shivering. Yeah, me too, man.
Now peace is reverting to? What? We'll rebuild this town no matter how long it takes. I mean, you guys will. I won't do anything. The story of the two heroes saving the world has become a legend. And we play for there will be no evil. Thereafter, no one ever saw the two heroes again, and the legend became more mystic and passed on to the people. Yeah, there we go. That was Forgotten Worlds. And this one is running on the Capcom Arcade Studio on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, I love this game. I mean, up until like level 5, I think it's incredibly fair. And then after that, boy, they just let everything loose on you. And that's when you start dropping all your quarters in, you know, if you were playing back in the day. But yeah, I think, you know, I'd go into, well, this is usually where I play a nickel arcade, a game like this, but when I was playing in the regular quarter arcades, you know, I think at the time that this was released, games were still a quarter a play. I think later on they became 50 and 75 cents to be the standard, and you know now they're at like whatever $2.25 if there's even still an arcade game around. But yeah, this is sort of Capcom that's at its highest creativity, right? Just new control scheme, new characters. You know, really well done game, a lot of fun. You know, 2-player, which you know a lot of arcade games were, and something that you could, you know, theoretically get all the way through with a single credit. Although again, it'd be very difficult in that last level. You basically had to buy, you know, a lot of the power-ups in order to survive, I think, long enough. But yeah, yeah, as I said, most people have played like the Mega Drive version. If you were from other territories, you might have played the Super CD version on the Triple CD. But the arcade game, yeah, it's an unforgettable experience. I'll always love this game, and every time it appears, I'll always buy it because I'm a sucker for it. But yeah, check it out for yourself. Again, you can purchase this in the pack 2, I think. If you want to buy, you know, the 10-pack of games, or you can buy it individually if you just want to buy just the one game for the Capcom Arcade Studio. But really, you're getting a lot of value out of buying the pack. So you might as well, unless for some reason you just only want like 4 games out of the 32. But yeah, check it out for yourself if you'd like, and I will see you at the next stream.